How's it going, YouTube? I posted earlier today a quiz or a question asking if anybody knows what's the difference between DPMS pattern, low profile, and a high profile. And the reason I'm asking is this is something, if you're building a 308 AR in a DPMS pattern, you will have to know. And what's interesting is where you're going to buy your upper lower set or buy your upper from. Most cases they won't know what you're talking about. So from my own experience, I've built a couple of 308 so far, and I'm building a third one, which is right there. I bought the upper and the lower from, where the heck did I buy? Brownells. They're Black Rain Ordnance. Bought them from Brownells, and I was going to buy a rail, which pretty much the same rail that I had before, but I just needed to know if it's a high profile or low profile. And I was at work, I just didn't want to go measure anything. I was on break, so far from home. Anyway, called Brownell, asked him, and the individual that I spoke with, it's the gun tech, he said, well, I would assume it's high profile. Or, no, I would assume it's a low profile. And I was like, well, no disrespect, but kind of what are you basing your answer on? Are you just winging it? And he was like, well, I don't know, I would assume that if it's not, just buy the rail. If it's not, you can always return it. So that wasn't kind of a good answer to me. Again, I didn't want to go home and measure, so I ended up calling what was it, some other dealer, something Armory, Lloyd Armory or whatever. I called them because they offered the same set, and I spoke with a gal there, and she was like, well, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I never heard of that before. All I know is there's a DPMS pattern and there's Armalite, and this is a DPMS. And I said, yes. DPMS has a high profile and a low profile. Which one is it? And she was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. So I called Black Rain after that, and I mean, still, the individual there didn't seem, I guess I got somebody from finishing or something like that. He didn't know the answer, and he said, well, I'll have somebody else call you. So, long story short, I ended up going home, measuring it, and then I found out it's a low profile. Okay. The reason I have two rifles here, this keys set is a high profile. This Black Rain is a low profile. I'm kind of zoom on those, and actually when I bought this, another theory that, or a myth that people tell you, all the new sets are being manufactured right now, they're low profile, which is not correct. So when I bought this set, you can see here, focus, right, and I loosened the handguard on both, just to show you something. So this should be flush like that, and let's just kind of zoom closer here. So this will be flush, and it will be same height. Alright, this way. Cool. There we go. So this should be this way and flushed. Alright, and this is a high profile. This is a low profile. If I put the two right next to each other, I guarantee you're not going to tell the difference. The only difference where you can find if it's a low or a high will be there to measure right there. Okay, so one will be an eighth, 1/8 inch thickness, and one will be 1/16. So I mean, you can measure it with a ruler. So you got there 1/16 and 1/8. So anyhow, So just knowing what measurements that or where to measure it. So this is at least the way that I know how to measure it. Just measuring right there, seeing if it's the high profile, it will be thicker. If it's the low profile, it will be smaller. And what I'm going to do is take the low profile, put it on the high, and just show you the difference. And take the high, put it on the low. I'm just going to show you if it does make a difference or not. And why you need to know. Alright. Alright, so hopefully that works. Will it make a difference? In some cases, I mean, if you're not OCD, it might be alright. You might survive. So if we look, I'm just going to try to zoom on here. See this rail? See the difference between the rail and the receiver? The receiver is higher. Okay? If we go right here, you might actually see this better in here. On there, see the receiver is here and the rail is right there. So if we put this, see how much of a gap under? Alright, there we go. So that's the difference between a low profile and a high profile. Of course, in a AR-15, this is not going to make any difference. But in the AR-308, there's tons of differences. Pretty much each one gets close to unique as it can be. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. If you do have any questions as far as building your 308 AR, please PM me. Or send me a video response or whatever that you want to. As far as components that you want to use, what I've used in my builds, things like that, I'll be glad to help. On a last note, be aware, PMags, I just recently found there's fake ones, especially the 308. I put the two together, there's nothing different other than here. This is a little shorter. There's like something sticks out here on the fake ones, and it doesn't fit in the mag well. You have to do some adjustments on the side. The other thing is if you push on it, it will actually bend with you inside. Those are the fake ones. The real ones are a little thicker wall. I was talking with a friend yesterday, and he said that some of them are made in China by Magpul. Not sure if that's true or not, but I would think that's correct. So Magpul apparently makes some of those abroad to some other countries or whatever the case is, and they end up coming here sold as the real thing. I'm not sure if they do or not, but that's kind of what's been said. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and have a great one.